Hi guys, so I'm not really sure how the lighting is. It's actually dark outside and I have a light right above me. So I'm hoping the lighting is good. I just wanted to talk to you guys about Airbnb and some of the misconceptions because maybe you're interested in trying it and you're scared because having someone come into your home is a big deal. First of all, you have to take into consideration all your belongings, your valuables. There's lots to consider because you could either be sharing the space with a guest or you could rent it out totally where you have another place to be while someone else is in your home. Lots of things to consider. I knew someone who was really interested in doing it in Jamaica, and she just asked me for a couple of tips, and I basically told her, well, yes, you're gonna have to have someone to do the cleaning, so you're gonna have to pay for that because if you're not in the country, you have to hire someone to do the cleaning, and that includes cleaning the kitchen, doing the laundry, the sheets, cleaning the floors, the bathrooms, the bedrooms. It's a lot of work, so you're gonna have to want to find someone who's reliable and can actually do a good job. I've been in Airbnbs where, yeah, for the most part it was clean, right? Like the kitchen, the bedroom, but then there's like spots on the bathroom shower curtain. It's not an appealing thing after you've seen everything else that looks nice. That can be a downer, right? I'm not saying it has to be perfect, but those types of things are very important to me, those minute details. So you're gonna have to, make sure the tiles are clean in the bathroom. The bathroom is an important place to keep clean is what I'm trying to get across. And not to have really too much furniture in the house, really. You just need your couch, maybe a table, or if you have bar stools and you have a counter to eat at, then you really don't need a table. Somewhere for them to sleep, a bed, obviously a bathroom. Maybe you have a kitchen, or maybe it's just a small kitchenette where maybe you just have like a mini fridge, maybe a microwave and a coffee and a tea maker, and that's it. I stayed in an Airbnb once in Aruba, and the owner of the home actually repurposed his garage for a room, and it was great. Like, I had my own outside access, so I would just come around the house, walk along the side to the back, and a fully furnished room. It had a bed, he built a bathroom in there. It was a stand-up shower, toilet, sink. That's all you need. And a little kitchenette where there was a mini fridge, coffee or tea maker, and I believe there was one of those little ovens where you can put stuff in, like bagels and stuff to heat up, things like that. And a couple utensils like forks, knives, a cup, spoon, maybe some sugar, and that's it. And there was even like a dresser for me to put my clothes in, and he had it all insulated with walls and stuff, and it had a window. It was perfect. So you really have to be innovative if you want to, generate income using the Airbnb platform. And you have to be there. Someone has to be there. You have to be on site. If your guests have questions or if they have needs, they need to contact you. If they need to figure out how to use maybe the barbecue and they've never used a barbecue before. Hint, hint. Again, I stayed on a farm once up north in Bruce County, and I had never used a barbecue by myself. Heck, I've been to many barbecues and I've eaten all kinds of food on barbecues, but to actually operate the barbecue, get it going, start the grilling, the basting, all that stuff, knowing what temperature, because this was a propane barbecue. It was small, but it required me to turn on the propane, then hit the knob to get it going, and then light it. I didn't know how to do that, and there were no procedures. So, I called the owner to come and show me. They took a while to get back to me. By that time it was dark, and I just got fed up, and I went inside and said, I'll just eat my fried rice. Leftover fried rice, because I just couldn't be bothered. But then the next day, I told him, can you please show me how to use the barbecue? And then I can use it, whenever I want. So he came over, showed me, gave me a little tutorial, and it was really easy. But again, these are little things you want to either put in the guide for your guests, like an orientation, right? Things to know about the property. Also places to go, things to do is nice as well. But just like how to operate things is really important in case you're not, able to message the person right away. Maybe you're on the road, maybe you're in a meeting or whatever, and they really would like to know, sooner than later. So these are some tips. And guys, there's no fee required to list your home or your space on Airbnb. You can sign up, you can list your space, whether it's a shared space or fully space, prepared for someone where you're not there. Basically what happens is you set your fee, you set your price, or you can leave it to auto, where the algorithm basically sets it for you based on demand, other prices in the area, and also the season, right? So prices change based on all those factors. And also you can charge a cleaning fee. Again, that's up to you how much you want to charge, depending on how big your space is and really all the cleaning required. Don't be afraid to charge a really good cleaning fee that's worth your time. Again, because you have to clean every single time after you have someone check out. So that can be every 2 days, it can be every 3 days, every 4 days. It just depends on, how long the person stays and the turnover. So in a month, you could have quite a few turnovers if people are only staying 3 or 4 days. You got to go in there, you got to clean after them, you got to make sure everything is spotless, things are replenished, coffee, tea, all that stuff. So all Airbnb does is they take a fee out of what you charge, basically what the customer pays, and it's a small fee, and then you keep the rest. So you control what you want to charge, and Airbnb will take a small portion fee from that percentage, and then you keep the balance. So that's your profit. You have to know what your expenses are, like your lighting, hydro, like whatever, internet, Wi-Fi, water, all those things. You have to know what your expenses are, because you just don't want to break even, right? Like you want to make a profit. So, charge a reasonable market price for someone staying there per night. And it is in USD dollars. Airbnb, they will base whatever your currency is on the US dollar. So keep that in mind. Your guests will be paying in US dollars. And then you connect your bank account, and you usually get the full payment when the customer checks in. It might be a few hours after the customer checks in, but that's when you usually get your full payment. And then you can set, your cancellation policy. Like, do you want to have it strict or moderate or none at all? As it gets closer and closer to their booking date, some people will, have a flexible cancellation fee, and some people, if it's really close, won't have any at all. So after it passes a certain date, then they are obligated to pay you 100% of the booking fee. Some people have 50-50 where, okay, maybe it's like 30 days away and they need to cancel. So if that's the case, you might get back half of your money. So just keep that in mind. And when you're booking too, you want to know what the cancellation policy is, because if it's strict or moderate or flexible, because you need to be aware of that in case your plans change. So I just wanted to give you guys some tips about Airbnb, wherever you are in the world, and because you can really use it to generate some decent cash. And it's not like you have to have a huge home. Some people rent tents. Maybe they have a nice front yard or a nice backyard, and they create like a really nice backyard oasis where camping is involved. Maybe they can cook their own food. and then they have a tent. So it's just being creative, maybe making a yurt, or like I said, creating that extra space in your garage and converting it into a room. So these are things that you can do to generate income. Just wanted to share my thoughts about Airbnb. Let me know if you guys have any other tips. Sure, I'd like to know below. I think sharing ideas and sharing tips is totally awesome. And yeah, hopefully make some money.